Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Well, this your girl Granny. I've been out in the yard today doing my little thing. And dog, if I didn't have somebody else out in the yard with me chilling just as hard as I got up out the swing to walk on around through the other side of the part of the house, go around down from the front to the backyard, and I looked and I said, Dawn, is that a snake or is that a stick? And I kept looking at it, and he had his head raised up and he was real still. And I just kept looking, trying to figure out if it was a stick or a snake. And so as I got a little bit closer, I realized it was a snake. So I went back round through the front yard, back around on the other side part of the house, down the driveway, on around up into the back part of the house and went in the garage out there and come out with a shovel. So I didn't go back down the driveway. I just kept on going around to the back and came and circled on back round on the other part of the house and come back down on the side so that I could come up on the back end of the snake instead of where he was facing the front yard looking up at me. I wanted to come round and be on his back side so he wouldn't see me coming up on him. So I got my little shovel and I eased on around there and I was looking, and he still was sitting there with his head up, just as still as he possibly can be. And so I tried to be real quiet and very careful. And I just eased up on him, and I took that shovel and I put it down right behind his head, because I was trying to chop his head off from his body and kill him. And it didn't chop it clean the first time when I did it, so I did it again until I got it to make a good cut. So his head laying right there by his body, but his body's still moving. But I'm telling you this, I'm letting y'all know, when y'all go out there in them yards and be walking around doing stuff, look down. Don't always be looking up. Because if you looking up, if I would have been looking up, I would walk straight up on that snake. It's an oak snake, but he'll bite you, and it'll cause you to have some infection and cause you some issues, but he's not poison. So y'all still, regardless whether he is or he ain't, be careful out there in them yards. Look where you're stepping. Don't always be looking up, because you need to look and see where you're walking at. Because I would have walked right on up on his butt. And he was about a pretty good bit. He was a pretty good piece. He got to be at least 4.5 feet long. And he wasn't a big round snake, but he was long. He was very long and stuff. But y'all be careful out there walking around, because I tell you, I would have walked, Granny would have walked right on up on him, and me and him, we would have been face to face. My mama always told me when I was a child, she said, if you walk up on a snake and he see you and you see him, leave him alone. She said, but if you see him before he see you, kill him. And so that's why I went behind him, because I wanted to be where I had the advantage on him, and I thank God that I was able to kill him and stuff. But because I don't need no snakes roaming around out there in that yard. It's too much property for me to be trying to look for them boogers every which way. But they tell me you can use sulfur and it'll run them away. But I don't know how true that is. But I'm going to Google some things uh, tonight and see what's going on.